there will be the sound of a trumpet blown by an angel, with a sound that when it comes out, the first blast will destroy all living creatures at once. Creator says that after the grave, so certainly we will resurrect you. And the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessing be upon him, he gave us a beautiful scenario. He said that after the Almighty destroys this earth as He created it in the beginning, by His word, He will destroy it. There will be the sound of a trumpet blown by an angel. The sound of that trumpet will cause the human beings to fall into a swoon, almost like they're drunk, but they won't be drunk. There will be trauma, confusion. Mothers will abort, and the opening of the graves. And everyone that went into a grave from the day that this earth was created, from the first human beings to the last, the graves will be opened up, and the human beings will come out of the grave as if they were mushrooms. That Allah will send on that day, after He destroys the earth, after He removes the sky, He will then send clouds, new clouds, and those clouds will have inside of them sperm. And when those clouds open up and drop that sperm will hit the earth, and each one of us, the sperm from our father, the same sperm with the same DNA from our father, will come from that cloud and hit the ground, and you and I will come out of that ground like mushrooms. All the way back, God says, to the fingertips. That means with the same fingerprints and the same DNA. The only thing on that day, no one will be able to speak. The Prophet then said, peace and blessing be upon him, that the human beings will then be gathered on a huge white plain, stretched out. All the human beings from the first to the last, from the Prophet Adam, first man, all the way to the last. And he said they will be on that day barefoot and naked. No fancy shoes, no fancy clothes, nothing to distinguish them and say what their class or their rank would be that day. So his wife 𝗴Ｃ𝗶𝗶𝗴, she said, "O Messenger of Allah, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, won't the people be embarrassed?" He said, "No, Aisha, they will not be embarrassed. They will be so full of trauma that day that nobody will look to the left or the right. They will all be only concerned about themselves." And then the judgment will begin, and the scales will be set up.
يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم إن زلزلة الساعة شيء عظيم يوم ترونها تذهل كل مرضعة عما أرضعت وتضع كل ذات حمل حملها وترى الناس سكارى وما هم بسكارى ولكن عذاب الله شديد وأن الساعة آتية لا ريب فيها وأن الله يبعث من في القبور ومن الناس من يجادل في الله بغير علم